Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Bushnell Prairie City High School. The Route 9 rivalry turns varsity tonight is the West Prairie Cyclones, and the BPC Spartans are doing battle both boys and girls tonight here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hewlett. Alongside tonight for both games is Kenny Suter. Miles is back on the camera, fresh off a turning 16 years old.
Still just as awkward as ever.
he gave you a wave for anybody at home that couldn't see him behind the camera. But good to have Miles back. Good to have Kenny back. And it's good to have a two-man crew. We don't do that as much, or at least it doesn't seem like I do that as much anymore. And so it's good to have that second person on with a headset to talk. And, Kenny, these two teams know each other well. They've been in tournaments, even though they didn't end up playing each other. But they've been in tournaments together. They've kind of played the same people. They've played each other. This is a game that is kind of like a rub match. So it's, even though West Prairie's won both times they've met.
You know, and they played each other a couple of times, but they see each other so much, and a lot of these players have played with each other in different sports, as the VWP in the years past between baseball. I know a lot of baseball players in between these two groups, especially West Prairie. So it's really nice to see these players get to play each other and get some more competitive action. You'll definitely see, especially down on the blocks, a lot of chippiness and talking back and forth between each other.
Yeah, a good crowd fan section over there today for BPC, as they are wearing all red. It is senior nights for BPC, and we're going to have the starting lineups for the two teams. So we'll let Jake Croxton bring you the starting lineups tonight, as he is across the way.
Starting lineup, introducing first, the visiting West Prairie Cyclones. At guard, a Class 2 junior, number 1, Denver Mitchell. At guard, a 6-foot senior, number 2, Braxton Dunn. At guard, a 6'2" senior, number 20, Bailey Sullivan. At guard, a 6-foot senior, number 30, Kyle Rose. And in the middle, a 6'1" senior, number 43, Brandon Clark. Brett Duncan ends up the Cyclone bench, assisted by Ian Conklin.
The student section for BPC actually turned around and looked at the wall the entire starting lineup for the Cyclones, actually. Now for the BPC Spartans. It is free admission tonight, so if you're here watching us and you want to come watch the game, it is free tonight.
At guard, the 5'10" senior, number 20, Grant Braun. At guard, the 5'9" senior, number 23, Dalton Horwell. At forward, a 6'3" senior, number 34, Brian Bittner. At forward, a 6'1" senior, number 35, Mackay West. And in the middle, a 6'1" senior, number 24, Sam Hitchley. Becker Snyder ends up the Spartan bench, assisted by Steve Martin. The acquisition for Brent Stevens. Ron Grant and Mark Curlock.
So there is the starting lineup for tonight's contest. We'll have the national anthem between games. Do want to tell you, senior night is tonight for BPC boys, BPC girls, cheerleading, and pep band. So I haven't turned you up. Sorry, Kenny. I forgot about you.
Oh.
So we will do that at the end of this game. We'll stay on this broadcast and do that at the end of this game. So you guys want to stick around. And if you want to tell people that that's where it'll be, let them know. Also, our live chat is open. So give us a yell. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for.
Jerry Walter from Prairie City watching tonight as Denver Mitchell gets the tip. Denver Mitchell, the junior, played a little bit in the games earlier this year, now into the starting lineup, really showing he's got the chops for varsity basketball. Great shooter as well as a playmaker.
There's Dunn with it on the dribble, stripped away momentarily by Bittner. It'll go to Mitchell for three, just as Kenny said, but a little long, and Rhodes with the rebound. Talked to Kyle's dad earlier, and there's a shot by Mitchell off no good, and Braun comes down with the rebound for BPC. And the Spartans have their first possession, 30 seconds in, 7:27 remaining in the first quarter, and we are underway here at BPC, taking their first chance to look at the basket. Bittner's going to drive, puts the runner up, off no good. Rhodes with the rebound, and Sam Hensley is going to pick up the foul. It'll be his first, team's first for the Spartans. So Rhodes will inbound it to Braxton Dunn, who'll bring it up the floor. Bailey Sullivan, Brandon Clark, and Mitchell also on the floor. There's Denver Mitchell with it. He's going to go a give and go to Bailey Sullivan, and a nice look and a nice take and a good finish as he gets his first 2 points of the night.
Sullivan, their main offensive powerhouse inside, really lanky, able to get across high spaces as Braun gets to.
Horwittle drives to the hoop and does the up and under finger roll to fall, and we're tied at 2 with 6:45 to go in the first quarter. Sullivan's going to try to go for 3 outside left wing. Off the back of the rim, no good. Hensley up high for the rebound for BPC. Bittner is cherry picking, but it was a little late pass. He's going to go to the rim and get it nonetheless, though, on a little double pump, and BPC has their first lead of the game at 4-2 with 6:29 to go. And they're getting up and down the floor here as Dunn nearly had his pocket picked and finally does as Makai West comes up with it for BPC.
This fast pace is definitely going to help BPC against this West Prairie team. They definitely can get them flustered early.
Bittner, long 3, good for the senior Brian Bittner, and he's got 5, and BPC's got a 7-2 lead with 6:05 to go in the first quarter. Braxton Dunn now. This is a whole bunch of seniors actually out here too, as Bailey Sullivan goes to the rack again and gets the bucket to fall to stop the bleeding, so to speak. But the senior squad for the Cyclones is a good group of players as well. This will be very senior heavy tonight throughout the game. Makai West, the harm and a bucket for the senior Makai West. The foul's going to be on Braxton Dunn, his first, team's first, and Makai West at the free throw line to complete the three-point play. 5:43 to go in the first quarter. Off, no good. Braxton Dunn's going to drive, spin out, give it to Sullivan, down low to Clark on the block. Now, as Sullivan had it taken away, Clark was wide open. Now he's going to dump it out to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to drive. He's got a good look at the runner, and it'll fall. Denver Mitchell gets his first bucket on his third shot, and it's 9-6.
Clark definitely could have turned around and had an open lane. However, found Mitchell open for what he thought was probably going to be a 3, as they'll call it on the ground.
It's going to be a foul. I thought maybe they were going to call a travel. They call the foul on number 20.
23, Dalton Orwell picks up the foul.
What?
They'll call it on Horwittle. I think they might have gotten the wrong number there. It looked like Sam probably got the blocking foul. However, they'll go with it.
No, it's the
Correction on the foul. Cyclone foul number 2, Braxton Dunn.
Braxton Dunn's going to pick up his second. Nobody knew what was going on. And West Prairie coaching staff is like, that can't be on 2. He wasn't even anywhere around there. Coach is still over there complaining, and I think he's legit. He's got a legitimate complaint as Jalen Conley's in the game. Sorry.
Coach Duncan really has to slow down a little bit, but he's got a complete chance of seeing that one. I don't know what the refs were calling there as that shot is off.
I mean, there was body and travel, but it wasn't Braxton Dunn that did it, I didn't think, as that shot was off, and Conley came in and forced one up. Dunn's going to try to answer. He can't, and then a follow by Rhodes was no good as well with 4:40 to go. BPC with the basketball and a 3-point lead, 9-6. Horwittle baseline jumper, short. Rebound off the floor taken by Dunn. He'll push it back the other way for the Cyclones. 4:30 remaining. A nice little spin move by Braxton Dunn, and he'll get his first 2 of the night. So right now, the 1-3 by Bittner is the difference in the scoring here. Both teams have 4 buckets thus far with 4:15 to go in the first quarter.
Cyclones really playing up in this atmosphere. You got a lot of people in the crowd, high energy, as that shot will be off.
Hensley a long 2. His heels were on the 3-point line. We're at the 4-minute mark. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Denver Mitchell with it right wing for the Cyclones. Bailey Sullivan, he'll try the 3 and he'll nail it. Give him 7 points in the quarter, and it's 11-9, the first lead since the first bucket for the Cyclones with 3:44 to go. for the first quarter. Nice little pick and roll, and Hensley got hit about 2 times. They're not going to give him shots. They're going to give it out of bounds, I do believe. Foul's going to be on number 34, Brandon Clark. No, 34, 43.
43, Brandon Clark, yes.
They said 30. The referee said 34.
Referee might need to get his eyes checked.
Well, we are at the first break. It's a media timeout. We'll take a break as well and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH right after this.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
We're coming back a little bit earlier than normal on a media timeout. As you can see, the officials at the scoring table. Coach Duncan is right to the right of your screen there, and he is less than impressed with the foul calling. Not the fact that they called fouls, but who they called them on. Is the first at the end of the break they said 34 when it was actually 43, and then they're still trying to figure out who that foul on Braxton Dunn was. As Coach Duncan is completely sure of himself that it wasn't on Dunn, and I'm 99% sure he's right. I don't think Braxton was anywhere near there, and I don't think they're going to correct it. Coach Duncan comes out. Neither one of those are right. Listen, you can hear him talking right now. So, Kenny, there's a lot of disagreement going on right now.
Coach Duncan is not a man that you would say is even-keeled when it comes to his team, really of a fiery, passionate coach. As you can see here, still talking to the referee over on the sideline.
And Sam Hensley came down on twisted an ankle there, it looks like. He's hobbling around a little bit as Barker gets ready to check in for him. Rhodes with it now. He'll give it to Mitchell. That's something we'll have to watch the rest of the game here. Hensley is not moving well. Sullivan for 3, left corner, is in and out, no good. Conley with a rebound. And this might be a spot where you just let Sam fall down and get a timeout. Conley goes the other way and gets the bucket to fall. And we're tied at 11, 3:03 remaining. As Hensley is still hobbling on that left, I think it's his left leg.
Yeah, he's definitely not moving inside, as that one will fall for Mitchell. And Coach will take the time.
They're gonna take the timeout. The officials are, to get Hensley out of the game, as he was visibly injured. He just wasn't falling down.
Coach Snyder gonna go talk to him.
I don't see a trainer here tonight, amazingly enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find, but in any
Bittner
case,
for 3, good. Give him 8 in the quarter. And BPC leads by 1, 14-13, 2:33 remaining here in the first quarter. And a steal from behind by Horwittle. He's going to beat Clark down the floor, and Horwittle gets another bucket. Give him 4, and it's a 16-13 lead for BPC. 2:18 remaining in quarter number 1. Rhodes with the top of the key. Dunn wants the 3. It's NBA range, and he nailed it. He's like, if nobody's going to guard me, I'm 4 feet past the line. I don't care. I will nail that all day long, and that's what he did. So we're tied at 16 with 2 minutes to go, and Conley's going to get called for a travel.
That one was a little bit close on the back step.
Now Ezra Mason's going to replace Jalen Conley.
Coach Snyder looking on, has the gray pants to match the red shoes and red belt tonight.
And the blue shirt.
Braden
now Barker steal. He's going to go the other way. Bailey Sullivan from behind and just took him out. And now they're going to call Bittner for a foul. They are, from behind. His first, team second. That's the definition of don't retaliate.
Indeed.
You see people flopping, and I should have called a foul. Oh, there's some contact. I'll call that one. 1:28 remaining in the first quarter. Mitchell with it now as he's got picked up by Ezra Mason. Bailey Sullivan to Dunn, has it tipped away by Horwittle, and Bailey Sullivan was about 3 inches from trying to touch that ball, and then it got away from him. Down low to Dunn. 1:10 to go in the first quarter. Been a good first quarter, and Dunn almost got it picked again, and now he dumps it across to Clark, and then Horwittle is going to come down and foul Brandon Clark. It'll be the first on Horwittle, team's third. At the free throw line to shoot 2 will be Brandon Clark for the Cyclones. It's the first free throws of the game for the Cyclones. BPC's just shot 1 and missed. Clark misses the first as well.
The Cyclones are normally a pretty good free throw shooting team from the games that we've been able to see so far this year between the tournament and the ones up at West Prairie. So they'd really want to focus in on these shots when they can get them.
Makai West checks in, replaces Horwittle. Second one's good for Brandon Clark. Under a minute to go now. It's a 1-point advantage for the Cyclones. Bittner with it as the Spartans moving the ball around. Down low to Barker, out to Bittner for 3. He nailed another one. His third 3 of the quarter. He's got 11 points, and BPC leads by 2, 19-17. 34 seconds left as Denver Mitchell walks the ball up the floor now. Is Luke Shirey here tonight?
Luke Shirey is not in the starting lineup today, as he is on the bench.
Is he on? He is over there on the bench. I hadn't looked earlier to see if he was here or not. He is the starter that Denver Mitchell has replaced and has not played yet, as a matter of fact. Done with it still with 8 seconds. Mitchell for 3. It's good. He's got 7 points in a quarter. BPC a long 3, and it's no good. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, the score 20-19. Cyclones lead the Spartans here. And Kenny, you want to stay here, or do you want?
I think we can keep it here, as we can. Thanks some of the fine sponsors for TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, including King Family Chiropractic. King Family Chiropractic, with locations in Bushnell and Macomb, support Bushnell Prairie City Athletics. They offer office hours in Macomb Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Bushnell Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. To set an appointment, call 309-837-MY-DC. That is 6932. They also perform DOT/CDL physicals for just $85. Also brought to you by Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Bushnell. For over 100 years, Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Bushnell has been servicing the local community's needs for a personal and business bank, as well as home and agricultural lending. At its trusted department, stop by the main branch at 484 East Main Street or their drive-up facility on Cole Street to learn more. F&M is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Grant Braun checking in, Ezra Mason checking in, and Sam Hensley checking in, as well as Carter Alleman checking in for BPC. It's still the same 5 on the floor for the Cyclones. They have not subbed 1 time in this game yet. Bailey Sullivan, Braxton Dunn, Denver Mitchell, Kyle Rhodes, and Brandon Clark on the floor for the Cyclones. Makai West is the only other player on the floor for BPC. And then Ezra Mason gets in the passing lane, steals the ball. He's going to go, bounces across to Braun, and Braun can't get back to it. Has just waited a little too long. Now going back the other way, Bailey Sullivan dumps it to Mitchell. Mitchell can't finish, and it's going to be picked up off the floor by Carter Alleman. He's going to go. He wanted to get down the floor to Braun, couldn't do it, so things will slow down a little bit here. Down low to Hensley, picked up by Rhodes. Hensley's going to go to the bucket. He might have traveled. He missed the shot anyway, but he switched pivot feet there, and I don't know that maybe that wasn't a travel. But
looking good on that knee, though, that kind of had to take a break. However, looking like that will be fine.
Clark with it. Right side it goes to Sullivan. Sullivan now to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to drive on Mason. Then I'm not sure if that was tipped away or if he tried to throw that, but he threw it right into the stomach of Sam Hensley. Under 7 minutes to go now as we're at the 6:57 mark of the second quarter. Braun on the dribble. Gives it to Makai West. West is going to drive now, dumps it back out to Braun. Braun wide open for 3, way long, but it's rebounded by Sam Hensley, and he is fouled. He'll get 2 free throws. Not happy with himself. Bailey Sullivan is going to pick up the foul. his first, team's fourth.
That was a good job by Sam to do that pump fake to get everybody up and to make sure to draw contact as well, just in case that shot did not go in. Ashton Barkley and Luke Shirey coming in for the Cyclones. It's the
first substitutions
of the game. Probably should have switched over to the second quarter. I knew I was forgetting something as
he makes them both. Yeah, he does. That's gets BPC on the right side of 50% from the free throw line. Dunn with it to Shirey. Shirey gives it to Clark. Right side to Dunn. Dunn on the dribble now. Free throw line, right side. Goes down to Shirey. Back up to Sullivan. Barkley gives it to Sullivan for a long three. Clark gets a long rebound. I don't know if that was a shot that needed to be taken. Shirey is going to get the bucket to fall.
Cyclones doing a good job of off-ball movement. You know, doing way better this game than they have pretty much all season with making sure they're seeing movement. As a nice pass by Bittner will be fouled on the way up, so 2 shots for Alleman.
See who that foul's on. It's going to be on Sullivan as well, I think. His second, team's fifth. Carter Alleman shooting his first 2 free throws. He gets in the scorebook. First one is off to the left, no good. 6:01 to go in the first half. Conley is waiting to come in for the shooter, Carter Alleman. Second free throw is good, and Conley will enter the game.
6:01 remaining, tied at 22. Pretty much all you can ask for a senior night.
Means we've got a 22-minute game then, right?
Yeah.
Might as well start it here. Would have missed a whole lot of fun. And Shirey. Oh, what a look down to Clark, and Clark can't finish, but then he gets his own rebound, gets it out to Dunn. Dunn's going to drive on Bittner. Gives it to Sullivan now. Back to Dunn. A lot of contact down there between Dunn and Bittner. No call, though, on either side. Ashton Barkley with it now. He comes up top to Clark. Dunn, picked up by Conley. Shirey has Hensley on him. Clark picked up by Mackay West. Ashton Barkley has Grant Braun guarding him. Sullivan has Bittner on him. A 3 on the way by Dunn is off, no good. Bittner with the rebound for the Spartans, and a little forearm push there from Brian Bittner is the kind of thing that'll get some heat, some tempers flared, and also pick you up a cheap foul if you're not careful.
Bittner has had problems with fouls in the past. That one's on the ground, finally picked up by the Spartans.
4:50 remaining. Bittner with it. He'll pull up 3 off the pick. It's off, no good. Conley gets the rebound. He's going to go right back to the rack. He'll put the shot up, off, no good. And then Braun and Hensley fight over it and lose it. And now Mackay West steals it. Conley's going to go. He's going to bounce it over to Braun, and Braun will get the layup from Conley.
We are seeing some amazing passes so far in this one.
Great passes and good defense, too, really. Even though they've scored a lot of points, it's been pretty good. They've getting up and down the floor a bunch, and a lot of it has been off of defensive turnovers. There's a 3 on the way by Shirey. It's off, no good. Mackay West with the rebound. He's going to pick things up, give it to Conley, and BPC with a 2-point lead and a chance to build on it here. He's going to go right to the rack, and I'm not real sure how that wasn't a foul, but, I mean, he was out of control, and I'll give him that. Now there's another nice pass down to Sullivan, and Braun's going to come in behind and get the foul, and a chance for an old-fashioned 3-point play for Bailey Sullivan.
Seeing some inconsistency with the calls that we're kind of seeing.
And we're under 4 minutes, so we'll take a media timeout. So with that, we'll step away as well and be back. We're knotted at 24 here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
Welcome back to BPC High School for this senior night game between BPC and West Prairie. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is brought to you by Webb Family Farms. Webb Family Farms has been growing corn, soybeans, and Spartans for 5 generations. Nathan, Lisa, Jamie, Cyrus, Terry, and Linda wish all BPC athletes good luck this season. Also brought to you by M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the community and offers free delivery within 40 miles. For everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one, stop and see the fine folks at 481 West Main Street or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at www.mbfurnitureinc.com. You can also call 309-772-2111.
Dalton Horwittle back in the ball game for the Spartans. 3:56 remaining, and Sullivan with the backside of the old-fashioned three-point play here. It is good. Gives his team a 1-point lead again, 25-24. That's one of those fouls that you wish wouldn't have happened, because I can see making that. There's a Hensley on the shot, and it rolls in and out and back in again. Sam Hensley gets his first field goal of the game, and it's 26-5. I was going to say, that's the kind of foul, if you can't keep him from making it, don't foul him, because he had an open look at the basket. Done with it. Clark, Sullivan. Dunn. Clark looking down to Bailey Sullivan. And he goes across to Barkley, and he's going to be fouled by Hensley, I believe.
In that whole transition, Bailey Sullivan just saw something that definitely he can use later in the future. When he grabbed that ball and looked up instantly, Bittner shot right up looking for a clean block. If he can do a quick pump fake and drive down, that's an instant 2 points for the Cyclones.
Barkley misses the first of 2. Yeah, you got to, if you show that you're willing to get up off your feet to try for a block, you can get used and abused, and Sullivan's the kind of player that will take advantage of that for sure. Free throw, second one is good, and Mitchell replaces Barkley. Jensen Laughlin in as well, number 5. 3:10 remaining here in the first half. We're knotted at 26. Are we at 26 or 27-25? We are 26.
Should be 26.
No shot, foul on the pass. BPC basketball out of bounds.
Shirey with the foul.
Yeah. I was waiting to see if they're trying to give that one to Dunn, too. Bittner to Horwittle, and Horwittle gets the bucket to fall.
Horwittle has been completely balling out the past couple of games. Amazing the way he's been able to make shots happen.
Well, and that inbound play right there is one we saw the Fresh Soft Boys team use quite a bit last night as well. Mitchell picked up by Makai West. Now Sullivan gives it to Dunn. Dunn and Sullivan have not taken a break this game. Now Dunn's going to get to the rack. His shot's off, no good. Tipped around. Bittner comes up with it. And BPC a chance to build on a 28-26 lead here with 2:22 to go as Horwittle has it. Horwittle made the all-tournament team at the MVIT earlier this year during the Christmas break. Seems like forever ago, but we haven't played much basketball since then, at least not on our show broadcast team. Somehow, Makai West comes up with it, and he's going to get the bucket to fall. That's I don't even know how to explain that. Alleman went to the rack, had it knocked away, got it back, had it knocked away again, threw it in. Makai West grabbed it, knocked over somebody, and got a basket. That's pretty much what happened, right?
I mean, yeah. As they move the ball around.
Denver Mitchell with it. 1:38 remaining in the first half. BPC back to a 30-26 lead. They led by 7 in the first quarter early, up 9-2. Now Sullivan for a long 3, and he nailed it. Bailey Sullivan has 13 first half points.
it's one of those catch-22s. If you play really good defense right there, he's going to burn you on the drive, or he'll let him just keep on taking circus shots like that, and he's hit 2 of them already.
Bittner trying to respond, and he does, but he drives to the hoop to do it. Give him his 13th point. And now Bittner's going to get called for.
Delay of game warning. Charge to Bushville Prairie City.
Bittner kicked the ball,
Moved the ball out of the way in some kind.
So he gets a delay of game warning. And Coach Schneider gives him a little bit of the what for.
Just play defense. Just play defense.
1:03 remaining in the first half. So we're at the 1 minute mark, 1 minute remaining. And Dunn has it. Bailey Sullivan picked up by Bittner. Shirey, that went off BPC, luckily for the. That pass was so hard that it was behind Dunn, I think he was cutting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it bounced off of Conley because Conley couldn't get his hands up in time to catch it. Sullivan to Shirey, looking down to Laughlin, but nothing doing. Laughlin's wide open down there. Sullivan, a long 3, missed that one, but he follows it up, gets his own rebound, and a foul on the floor is going to be charged to Mackay West. No basket.
On the reach in behind, trying to get something to knock loose.
Mackay West picks up his first, team 6th. Both teams are in bonus the rest of the way. 39 seconds remaining, so hopefully there won't be a whole lot of that. Dunn gets it into Shirey, and I don't know what Conley was acting like he was guarding him, but
he weaseled his way behind 3 different Bushnell defenders, and they didn't even give any type of challenge there.
32-31 is the score. Horwittle, West, right wing. Man, Mitchell is all up in his mug. Conley's going to – I thought he was going to back over the half-court stripe.
8 seconds.
Conley, 5 seconds. Dribbles right into a double team, then throws it away. 3/4 court shot for Sullivan, off no good. And that's one of the things we've seen BPC struggle with a lot, is figuring out a way to get a good last-second shot at the end of any quarter or whatever. I mean, it doesn't seem to matter what we do, but the cheerleaders are going to be performing here at halftime. So we'll stay here, and once you read a few of those, we'll take our commercial break at the end. Because of licensing problems, we have to keep talking during this, but you can at least watch get a little bit of the music in the background. But we will let you see what's going on. So, Miles, if you make sure you can get this for it, we're staying here, and we'll let Kenny read some live reads.
TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is brought to you by Heil Enterprises. Heil Enterprises and Heil Trucking can take your product down the road, near or far, and offers top-notch heavy-duty truck and trailer repair. The second-generation business continues to grow and continues to support BPC Athletics. Stop by and see Danny or Travis on Route 41, south of Prairie City, or call them at 309-775-3333. Also brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. McDonough District Hospital athletic trainers in the MDH Rehabilitation Center, with locations in Bushnell and Macomb, provide expert help to Spartan student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. Also brought to you by MTC Communications. Having slow, unreliable internet just doesn't cut it in 2021. MTC Communications offers lightning-fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone service, and camera systems to the McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas. Visit mtc.crowdfiber.com to check your availability. Brought to you by Community News Brief. For all of your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief Weekly Edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. As an option, you can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions by email. All this for only $42 per year, or $38 per year if you are 65 or older. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and Bladensville. Brought to you by Country Financial agent Brett Powell. Your farm is your legacy. As the leading farm insurer, Country Financial is here to help protect it. Call Brett Powell, your local country rep, at 309-652-3889 for a free quote today.
So as you can see, the cheerleaders are out on the floor, and the 3 seniors are in the jerseys out front. The rest of the squad back behind, backing them up. This is the usual for the cheerleading squad here at BPC on senior night. We will introduce the cheerleaders as we go the rest of the night, and they will be part of the senior night activities. Again, so we've got a few more people watching tonight. We will tell you, or watching now, is the senior night activities for everybody, boys, girls, basketball, cheerleaders, and band, will all be at the end of this broadcast. They'll all be at the end of this broadcast. Everybody else will take the break after that because we'll have a 15-minute warm-up after that. So we'll take a break after that, and we'll come back for the girls game a little bit later on our other stream. Scoring in the first half for this contest: 13 points for Bailey Sullivan, 7 points for Denver Mitchell, 5 points for Braxton Dunn, 4 points for Luke Shirey, 1 point for Ashton Barkley, and 1 point for Brandon Clark. For the Spartans, also tying for a game high 13 for Brian Bittner. He had 3 threes in the first quarter. 6 points for Dalton Horwittle, 4 points for Makai West, 4 points for Sam Hensley, 2 points for Grant Braun, 2 points for Jalen Conley, and 1 point for Carter Alleman. Both teams are 3 of 5 from the free throw line. The Cyclones won quarter number 1 by 1 point. The Spartans won quarter number 2 by 2 points. That's how we get to the 32-31 score that we are at the half. We'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, and come back after a few minutes of commercials to talk about what these two teams need to do in the second half. We'll be right back.
I became a nurse practitioner because I wanted to do more. I wanted to learn more, actually have more hands-on individually with patients. The rewarding part for me is that I get to come to work and learn something new every single day.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True Convection Cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True Convection Cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Some farmers I know swear by a name, say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver, Time Maximizer, Game Changer. I like those names.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
At Ace, your backyard is right in our backyard. So when you need to feed your grass, remove the weeds, or wrangle those leaves, go to the best place that delivers on top brands like Ego, Toro, and Steel. No warehouse store can match the convenience of your locally owned neighborhood Ace. So stop on by. You can also order online for curbside pickup or get what you need delivered today. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their lawn care.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
I would say that one of the most rewarding aspects of being an obstetrician is being present at the delivery of a baby. It's mostly a joyous occasion, and it's just so much fun to be a part of that.
I feel honored for those patients to have chosen me as their provider to begin with. So when they come in, I definitely have to show them respect and try to take care of them the best way I can.
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives, taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
And welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. It is the Route 9 rivalry, as I've liked to have called it all week, and it's varsity boys basketball right now, and it is the makings of a rivalry game here. It's 32-31 at the half. BPC leads the Cyclones and Kinney. Both teams getting up and down the floor. Not a whole lot of substitutions for the Cyclones. BPC's played a lot of people, so if that has anything to do with the game, they'll be a lot fresher come the end of the game. But both teams playing, even though they're scoring some points, a lot of those points have come in transition and then off of set plays. It seems like they've ran some set plays against some defenses, but there's been a lot of steals and a lot of fast breaks too.
Both of these teams are playing their best basketball. You know, at first I thought I was a little concerned as the pace was so quick, thinking that once the wheels will fall off for one of these teams just a little bit, a hiccup here or there, then they'll completely fall apart. Both teams, they've had their issues, you know, turnovers here, things that are going to happen in any game. Nobody has hung their heads. Everybody has gotten right back on the ball and just kept on playing great. Everybody here has been playing great. No player has had any mistakes, really.
Well, the officials have had more mistakes than the players, but you'll have games like that. And I'm not going to lie, I've officiated some, and one of the hardest things for me when I was officiating was making sure I got the right player with the foul.
Yes.
Because you have to look at other stuff when it happens too, and then you have to look back, and sometimes you lose the right player. And Coach Duncan was 99% sure, as was I, that Braxton Dunn's second foul shouldn't have been on Braxton Dunn.
And, you know, you got to think through their eyes. They're already watching 4 different things going on at one time. And then you've got a foul, and you know it's a foul, but there's 5 people in a bundle together trying to pick out between them. It's one of those things, but at the same time, when you have
that's what they get
2
paid for,
right next to each other, between that one and then messing up the number of Brandon Clark right next to it, you can understand why Coach Greg Duncan had a little bit of a tirade at the first quarter.
So Greg Phelps was supposed to be here tonight, and we are sorry that he's not here tonight, but hopefully he's on the mend, and he'll be with us this Saturday as we are going to be able to do the junior high 7th grade regional in Colchester for the Class 7A regional, and then we'll be doing the 8th grade regional hopefully as well, if that will fit in. But if you are in one of the schools that are playing in that Colchester regional, we'll be reaching out to you for some sponsorship here midweek, as Dunn heaves one right through the hands and above the head of Bailey Sullivan out of bounds, possession of BPC.
That is hard to do, to launch a ball over Bailey Sullivan's head.
Yeah, I think he was actually ducked a little bit, which might be a good thing, because if he hadn't, it might have got him right in the noggin. We're underway here in the third quarter. A little pick and roll to Hensley, who forces it up. He can't get it to fall. And then Bittner tried to put it back up. And now a late whistle coming in on Denver Mitchell. And Denver Mitchell looks at the official and points at himself like, is that on me? And it is on him. His team's first of the second half.
I think that confused everybody. I was 99% sure that ball went out on that drop. However, Bittner able to save it.
Yeah, I don't think it went out, but I thought Bittner should have got a foul on his putback attempt, but there wasn't one. And then Mitchell came in, and they were fighting over the basketball. I don't know how much Mitchell really did that time. Another long 2 by Hensley comes up the long rebound, and then Bittner had to track the rebound down, but his pass was tipped by Dunn and picked up by Sullivan. And with 6:57 to go in the third quarter, it's still 32-31, as both teams a little less productive to open this third quarter, Kenny.
And that's kind of been the story for both these teams, is they've been slow coming out of this first half. And they're trying to run plays here. Hopefully they can get that motion back.
Shire's going to try a 3 left side. It's off, no good. Long rebound picked up by Bittner for BPC. So we're at the 6:27 mark. Nobody has scored yet here in the third quarter. We're a minute and a half in. And I say that like it's a surprise because they were putting points on the board in a hurry in both quarters in the first half. That time, Horwittle with the miss, but Hensley with the rebound and the putback. That's the first bucket of the second half, and it goes to Sam Hensley. He gets his 6th point. 6:03 remaining here in the third quarter. Bittner gets driven right around by Sullivan. The foul and a bucket. And Mackay West, Bittner's going to pick it up. His second. He must have did something from behind. I thought Mackay West was going to pick it up in front, but
Bittner went for that reach around block right when he started to drive and move that hand over.
And Sullivan misses the back end of that old-fashioned three-point play. So we're still a 1-point lead. Now Bittner right back to the rim, and he misses. And a jump ball is going to be called to be possession of BPC. I don't know if you've noticed, but every time Sullivan scores, Bittner goes right back to the rim.
Right, when I was just about to say.
He's got something in his head about Sullivan because every time 3 on the way by Bittner is short, tipped around, Sullivan comes down with it, but as Bittner is trying to keep pace with Sullivan.
They are very similar players, not just in stature, but both of them can hit that three-point shot and be down low with that height advantage that they have. Both like to drive and put something up. Bittner's kind of got to get that out of his system if he's going to try and compete with one player instead of a team.
Yeah, he's got to not worry about what Sullivan's doing. He's got to get back. Oh, another nice defensive play by Horwittle, who nearly lost the basketball, but he gets the bucket to fall.
That little bit of a bobble might have been great for him as he got the defense to stop and slow down as well to nail that layup.
Clark nearly traveled as he had his feet crossed up. He gets it to Sullivan. Dunn's going to drive now. Pick and roll, Sullivan with the bucket. Here's Horwittle bringing it up with 4:45 remaining. Horwittle pull-up jumper, 10 foot's good. Give him his 10th point of the night. BPC back up by 3, 4:36 remaining. Bailey Sullivan with it. He'll go to Shirey cutting. Out to Dunn for 3, right wing. Off, no good. Mitchell with the rebound, gets it to Clark, and then Braun's going to pick up the foul. And that's a good call. Braun's not happy, but it was a good foul, or a good call, and probably, in all actuality, a good foul, too. That's Braun. Should be Braun's second, isn't it? Braun's the one that fouled Sullivan on that.
I believe so. Assistant Coach Conkling was not happy on that one, thinking that foul should have been 2 shots, as it happened right in this shooting position. Clark had not gone over for the shot, so another nice call by the referee to stop that one.
That's still good, but Horwittle nope, Shirey's going to beat him down the floor.
Stone King in.
Ezra, that's Stone King. That's right, number 2, not number 3. I can't read. Stone King outlets it to Mackay West. He's going to go. Left-handed layup is off, no good. His Bittner is set down for the first time. Shirey drives, loses it, picked up off the floor, and it's getting a little sloppy now.
This is what we were saying about that fast pace.
Horwittle. Horwittle is the one player on the floor, I think, and a 30-second timeout charged to the Cyclones. And Coach Duncan is on the officiating crew again as it's going to be bumped up to a full timeout, the media timeout. So we'll take a break as well and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH right after this.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Welcome back to BPC High School. 3:44 remaining in this third quarter. Spartans up 5. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. Thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center as the best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experienced and dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted best of the best in 2017, 2018, 2019, and again in 2020. 3 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. Also brought to you by Rosie's Pizza. Rosie's Pizza offers something for everyone with pasta, sandwiches, and of course, pizza. Dine in or carry out at 458 East Main Street in Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. For delivery, call 309-772-2101.
3:44 remaining. As Kenny said, it's 40-35. Spartans with the lead, but the Cyclones with the basketball. And as I was saying there, I think I got it out, but Dalton Horwittle is probably the one real player that I feel like can play at that tempo on these two teams. He likes that tempo. He's under control at that tempo. Even if he doesn't look like it, he has success playing like that.
And some of these other players can keep up with that speed, but they're not in that control that Horwittle does have. That leads to some mistakes that we've seen.
And another great defensive play by Horwittle as he cuts into the passing lane on the pick and roll. Conley goes down to Barker. Barker's turnaround is good. Braden Barker gets his first 2 points.
That is a great post move down low.
Got it.
That hand up, perfect position to hit the inside of the backboard.
The only thing you'd like that to be a left-handed shot instead of a right-handed shot. Now Shire's going to, I don't know what, Shire, that's what we're talking about when you drive in and then you don't know what you're going to do with it. He got collapsed on by 3 players. Horwittle 3, right corner, good. He has 9 points in the quarter, giving 15 for the game, and BPC has opened up a 10-point advantage, 45-35. Done with it now. This is what the Cyclones, I think, need to do, Kenny, slow things down and set up some offense and make some things happen themselves.
They're getting burnt with that fast pace as Bailey Sullivan gets to. And just like we were talking about, coming out slow into the second quarter, it's starting to fit now. It's starting to really feel it on this West Prairie team. And you're at the breaking point now, whether you come back from this or you just decide to bury your head in the sand.
Horwittle to the hoop, and that time he gets blocked, and it's going to be Dunn taking it back. And Austin Stone King tried to take – he shouldn't have moved. He should not have moved. We've said that time and time again. The foul's going to be on Austin Stone King, his first, team's third. We've said it time and time again. You cannot move at contact. You've got to stay there or stay straight. If you lean forward, lean back, twist, it's a foul, and that's what happened to Stone King there. The old-fashioned three-point play again, and that's the first bucket by somebody not named Bailey Sullivan for the Cyclones in the quarter. Sullivan is up to 19 points in the game now.
And Stone King there definitely was trying to call that charge, but to not take the hit as well. And you got to do one or the other.
Get out of the way or take the charge. You can't do both. 1:55 remaining as Conley backs. I mean, he's either got really good court awareness or he's really lucky because he backs right. And then Conley to the hoop, and he misses a shot. Bounces it around, and it's finally picked up off the floor by Mitchell. He's got to force that shot.
Rhodes definitely got a hand onto his arm. No call on that one.
He forced it up, though. I mean, you can't. Now a cut by Dunn, and Conley's going to get called for the foul. And Dunn's going to get another three-point play attempt.
You got to make the fouls count. You can't lightly foul somebody.
This is coming from a guy who is a professional fouler,
I was a
right?
professional fouler. I wasn't good at anything else. But if you're going to foul him, make it count.
Don't let him score. Velvet bringing some candy down for Miles and everybody else. And the free throw no good by Dunn that time. And Hensley rebounded it out of self-defense. 1:25 remaining. Austin Stone King. Oh, what a spin move, but he can't finish. Great spin move. And we're down to a three-point game. It's a 7-0 run and a chance to cut it to one or none. Tied right here. Shirey makes it, and he does. And we're tied at 45-45. It was less than 2 minutes ago of game time. It was 45-35, and it's a 30-second timeout on the floor. BPC, and what happened? It went crazy for a few minutes. BPC opened it up. The Cyclones settle down, and boom, they get right back in the game.
complete momentum shift. Greg Duncan taking that timeout and slowing down the team was probably the best decision of the game so far. Really helped the team slow down. They started running better picks, started running better plays, and definitely 2 3-point plays off of fouls really helped them come back into this one, as we're at 109 left in the third quarter, still tied.
BPC with 4 fouls in the second half, just 1 foul in the second half for the Cyclones. And we've talked about that from time to time, Kenny, is that no fouls are good until you need to foul at the end of the game, and then you got to start fouling, and you can't even get to the free throw line or get the ball back because you run out of time to foul. So 1 minute. We have 9 minutes remaining in the basketball game. We're knotted at 45. Oh, nice pass by Bittner. And Makai West got mugged, gets it back, throws it to Bittner. Bittner now is going to try and go to the hoop. He does. It's off, no good. Makai West with the best. Counted and a foul.
And finally the foul comes for Makai as he completely back alley in the middle there, as he had 4 Cyclones slapping at him. Hits the 2, 47 seconds remaining. So he wants to put it up to 3.
Old-fashioned three-point play for Makai West now, but I can't decide if they're letting them play or free throw is good.
Or just blind.
Because some of the fouls they call are not that way. You know, they're more ticky-tack, and then they let them really pound on each other underneath. Now Sullivan down low. Bittner fouled him, and then he missed the shot. Bittner just flat smacked his arm and knocked the ball away from him. He didn't get any ball at all. Holy smokes. Bittner with it now. He gives it to Horwittle, to Carter Alleman, who's in the game. 15 seconds now at the end of the first half. They did not get a good look. Let's see if they can get something here. Here's Horwittle. Nobody picks him up. He goes right to the rack. Count it, and a foul. And again, Shirey moved.
I don't know how the Cyclones don't pick up the guy who has scored pretty much every point this quarter for the Spartans, as Horwittle comes up to get the 3-point play. You'd think that he'd be the main man to pick up.
Good for Horwittle.
8 seconds done. We'll take it across half court.
But Shirey did the exact same thing Stone King did. He was there. He could have had the charge, and there's Dunn. Doesn't get the shut off. Clark made it, but it doesn't count. We'll take a break. Final 8 minutes coming here. 51-45 is the score for Bushnell Prairie City High School.
At Ace, your backyard is right in our backyard. So when you need to feed your grass, remove the weeds, or wrangle those leaves, go to the best place that delivers on top brands like Ego, Toro, and Steel. No warehouse store can match the convenience of your locally owned neighborhood Ace. So stop on by. You can also order online for curbside pickup or get what you need delivered today. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their lawn care.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
I have my certificate in vestibular rehabilitation, which focuses on patients with dizziness and balance disorders. It's been very rewarding because a lot of times it's a very short-lived treatment plan, and the patient has remarkable results in a small amount of time.
Cyclones start with the basketball here in the final 8 minutes of the boys varsity game. Got a lot more basketball to come yet. We got the girls varsity game coming later. We got senior night activities here as well, but man, this has been a good basketball game. So BPC opened a 10-point lead, 45-35. The Cyclones go on a 10-0 run to close it to 45-45, and we're knotted there. Now BPC's went on a 6-0 run to make it 51-45. And the Cyclones start with the basketball here for the final quarter. And everybody leaves and
that could have been a real mistake. Horwittle went for that steal but couldn't get it, and Mitchell was wide open. Didn't go up for the shot, which made sure that it wasn't a costly mistake, but really got to slow down defensively here in this last minute.
Into Shirey, and then Horwittle's going to tip that one out of bounds on the pass from Shirey that was intended for Mitchell. Dunn's going to inbound it now with 7:47 to go in the basketball game. Mitchell, he had a look at the three, didn't take it. He had another look. Now Clark back to Shirey, and Mitchell needs to shoot the ball. Why is Mitchell not shooting? he's a good shooter. He shot well in the first half. I don't know if he shot the ball here in the second half.
I don't believe he has so far.
Bailey Sullivan will, and he'll hit it. A 3 for Bailey Sullivan. And it's a 3-point game, 51-48, 22 points for Bailey Sullivan.
Bittner with it. Inside, that's going to be off. However, Horwood will get it back, and he'll drive.
Free throw line jumper, no good, and it's going to be turned back over.
Bailey's going to take another long one.
And Bittner just ran right through him after the shot. Yep.
That was a charge.
That's exactly what we've talked about. Coach Snyder's not happy, but he didn't move. He didn't turn away from it. He didn't lean back before he got contact. It's exactly what we talked about. Austin Stone King and Luke Shirey both did the opposite of what Sullivan just did right there, and Horwittle picks up his second foul, team's 5th. Good job, Bailey Sullivan, there to take the charge the way it was meant to be taken. Give and go, and then, they're going to call a block.
Oh, and Horwittle is mad.
You about said something else, didn't you? That's going to be 3 on Horwittle, 6th on the team. So the Cyclones in the bonus the rest of the way now.
Yep, and looking back, he did move that right leg to make sure he was in the middle.
Dunn to inbound, gets it to Shirey. His shot's off, no good. Alleman with the rebound. And what are we doing here?
Something happened. They're going to have the refs come and talk, but I definitely heard somebody hollering for a whistle.
If that was, here's the thing: is that BPC needs to not let it. Should have just took whatever the problem was, because BPC had the ball, and that's going to end up biting BPC because we're going to go back. We're going to go back and give the Cyclones the basketball, so the Cyclones get the first real break that they've gotten of all night long, because the official stuff has really bitten the Cyclones for more than it's bitten the Spartans tonight, for sure. So you got the Spartans. That's one of those deals where you take a timeout just as the kicker kicks a field goal and he misses it.
Icing, and then he comes back and
he hits it. Yep, that's what do we? Oh, they're going to. How do you? They can't. Yeah.
Third personal foul for Horwittle, I guess.
No, it was. That was right.
Yeah.
But they said it was. They told him 20 at the scoreboard, and Horwittle goes right in and drives for a bucket. But
I tell you, this is a great game killed by officiating so far. It's the only problem we've had this entire game.
I think that Sullivan was the one that got fouled, and they gave the 20 number instead of 23. Shirey knocked down Alleman, and 3 Spartans fighting over the basketball. Horwittle comes up with it. Nearly gets tripped up. Jump stop shot off, no good. Rebound to saved by Horwittle to Hensley. Hensley along 2. It's off, no good.
5:50 remaining here in this one, as Dunn has the ball, moves over to Shirey, moving the ball up top, trying to get it up to Sullivan. He'll get
Dunn with it. It's going to be Mitchell, and he has it tipped away. But I tell you what, Horwittle has got some quick hands tonight, doesn't he?
Very quick hands as Conley's going to come in. Gives Makai West a break. And Dalton Horwittle, the senior, really playing like he means it. Shirey with it. Slowing the pace down a little bit. 5:21 remaining. Inside to Mitchell. Denver is going to find Clark on the three-pointer. Clark will hit it.
Probably not the guy you expect to make a three, but 2 threes here in the fourth quarter for the Cyclones.
Clark is a really good shooter. He has the body and the position of a great center. As 3 for Bittner, that one will be off. It's going to be fought for the rebound, picked up by Dunn. But Clark has been posted up on that corner for a reason, because the Spartans will forget about him and he'll make them pay.
It's going to be Dunn taking the air out of the basketball a little bit now. Now Mitchell Corner goes to Shirey, up top to Sullivan. You're going
That
to
was
pick up a foul
right there.
That's crazy. Why are you acting like you didn't do anything? You hip checked him first, and then you wrap around and hit him. I mean,
that was the first one he picked up. He's probably fouled him 4 times down the court in this quarter alone.
That's a 1-and-1. Why do you do that? I understand you're trying to get in his head a little bit, but that's your 3rd foul with 4 minutes and 36 seconds left, and you give Bailey Sullivan a 1 bonus now.
Sullivan, a good shooter, too. Definitely not the person you want to be giving shots to, as he'll hit the first one.
And a chance to tie it now as Makai West and Bittner takes a seat, and that does not surprise me that Bittner's taking a seat there. A silly foul for the senior from BPC. Sullivan's second one is good as well, and we're knotted at 53, 4:36 to go. West Prairie going to take a full timeout. They have 3 timeouts left. We'll take one as well and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True Convection Cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
We love here in our clinic having kids come in and feel welcome and at home. To have kids who are excited to come in and see us, who we can make the doctor's office be less scary for them. That's what really makes every day worthwhile.
Welcome back to BPC High School. 4:36 remaining here in this 4th quarter, knotted at 53. The Cyclones are in the bonus. However, the Spartans have a lot of fouls to, the Cyclones have a lot of fouls to give before the Spartans come into the bonus. With 4:36, that's going to be one of the big factors coming late in the game.
Yeah, the key for the Spartans now is to get a lead back, because they need that to be an advantage for them, not a disadvantage for them. And right now, at a tied game or behind, it's a disadvantage. Makai West right elbow jumper short. And Mitchell with the rebound. And the Cyclones have not led since midway through the 2nd quarter. They have tied it a couple times, but they haven't led. This is a chance to take a lead now. Mitchell with it. 4:07 to go. And that's a travel. Clark to Shirey. 4 minutes remaining. We'll have a mask timeout coming at the next dead ball. Of course, I said that last night in the JV girls game, and they played 3 straight minutes without a dead ball. Mitchell puts the shot up. It's off, no good, and then he tipped it back in. Was that Mitchell? Or
they'll call it on Mitchell, but I'm pretty sure Makai West was the one that got it. In any fashion, went through.
An own goal.
Own goal.
Conley, he's going to drive.
And he was going way too out of control to really be a foul.
And now with a 2-point lead, and he's going to pick up a foul, right? He just hacked.
Oh, he's still pushing him down low. Conley needs to watch out.
Hensley on the outlet from Conley. Puts up the shot. He's fouled. He draws it on Braxton Dunn. That's Dunn's 3rd after picking up the ghost foul and 1 foul early. Sam Hensley will shoot 2. We'll take a break as well and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is brought to you by Good Hope Gardens. Good Hope Gardens, located at 445 East Main Street. Good Hope, just east of the North Elementary School. Open April to October, Monday to Friday, 10 to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 10 to 4 p.m. for all of your fresh produce needs. Be sure to follow their Facebook page for daily updates. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see where it's grown. And also brought to you by Hensley Grain. Hensley Grain in rural Bushnell has a long family history of taking an active role in the BPC school district and especially Spartan athletics. Good luck, Spartans, in 2021, and enjoy this athletic campaign. And brought to you by Bushnell Banking Center. Bushnell Banking Center, located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell, offers full-service banking and loan services for all of your banking needs. Come visit the bank at friendly service or call them at 309-772-2345. Good luck, Spartans. Bushnell Banking Center is an equal housing lender and member FDIC.
3:16 remaining, 55-33. Cyclones with the lead now over the Spartans, but senior Sam Hensley at the free throw line, a chance to tie it up here. He's got 2 free throws coming after being fouled on a fast break. First free throw is no good.
Speaking of Hensley Grain, Jan and Chad here to watch their son, Sam.
On senior night, their last one.
Last one.
And he makes the last one there. So it's a 1-point game, 55-54. And the Cyclones now have the ball in their court, per se, as they get to do the half-court stuff and not be in any kind of a hurry, and that's not what BPC needs as they trail by 1, and we approach the 3-minute mark. Oh, and Rhodes was wide open, and he's still open. He puts it up over Horwittle.
Rhodes fouling on the way there, not called.
Horwittle gets the rebound and nearly loses the basketball. Gives it to Conley. Conley's going to take a 3. It's off, no good. Mackay West with a rebound. He puts it up and in.
I thought for sure Conley would hit that 3 wide open. Gets the 2, however, for the Spartans. They take the lead again.
56-55, 2:30 remaining. Pick and roll again, and again BPC's there to knock it away, but Mitchell comes up with it. And then Horwittle, what do we go to call? Timeout, West Prairie. A 30-second timeout charged to West Prairie. They'll have 2 left with 2:24 remaining in the basketball game. BPC up by 1 over West Prairie, 56-55.
You can tell it is getting down to the wire on a really close game. Both teams now getting really chippy down low, in between trying to get steals, trying to get blocks. Really need to calm down, both teams do, as we're getting close.
This is as full as we've seen the gym. It is free night, so that should hopefully have something to do with it. We've got a good group of people. Has anybody been chatting us up here lately? We do like seeing who's chatting with us, who's talking to us on our Facebook page, or on our live chat, I should say.
We have Donna Giles watching, just says wow. She's been in between doing multiple sports for us. We love seeing, familiar faces coming in.
Dunn to Rhodes on the inbound, and the Cyclones with the basketball. They trail by 1. A chance to take a lead here, and Conley and Dunn are still battling down low in the post. And Braun just smacked Kyle Rhodes' arm when he tried to pass that ball. And they are super. Oh, Horwittle nearly picking up his 4th foul. Conley up all over Dunn. Shirey to Sullivan. Now here comes the give and go. Dunn with it now. So he goes to Sullivan. And Sullivan's going to go in and get the bucket and give his team a 1-point lead. Sullivan has 7 points in the quarter. And then Conley looking for Hensley, overthrows him out of bounds. Clark checking in for the Cyclones, a little offensive defensive substitution. And Bittner coming back in, replacing Conley now with 1:45 to go. And the Cyclones with the basketball, and they'll probably take the air out of it again here, I would expect, with a 1-point lead.
1:43 remaining.
No shot clock, of course, so you can hold the ball as long as you want to. Sullivan, Shirey, and if he makes it, it's great, and he does. And
that changes everything for the Cyclones team. 125.
And West Prairie gets a delay of game warning. But BPC down by 4 now as they led most of this game. And now Horwittle's going to come get it with 1:23 remaining. Gives it to Hensley. Hensley out to Braun. Braun for 3. It's short.
You need points, but you don't want to force it, and that's the complete forcing it way. 109.
Got to come up and foul.
They're going to have to foul.
60-56, and Bittner's going to come up and foul Shirey.
I don't know what.
Bittner picks up his 4th.
I don't know what was going on with the Spartans team. It seemed like we had Bittner out there who knew what was going on, but he knew he had fouls. Everybody else standing around.
Conley in for Braun. 1:04 to go, and these free throws, 1 in bonus for Shirey, are huge. He makes the first. Makes the second. Timeout, BPC, with exactly 1 minute remaining. They trail by 6. And this is what I was talking about. You had to keep a lead if you're BPC, because now West Prairie has got two fouls to give, so they can hit you, foul you, do whatever to keep you from getting good looks at the basket now, as long as you're not shooting, to try and get another chance to get the ball back. So,
and then on the other side, you need the ball back. 1 minute remaining, 6 points, Really don't force the ball. That's the worst thing they can do in this situation. That's just digging their hole deeper. Don't be full speed out of control, but keep the tempo up. Move around, find a shot, hit it, and then make sure to get that foul real quick on somebody who hasn't been doing so well shooting, depending on who comes out for the Cyclones side.
Well, here lately, everybody's been shooting well. The Cyclones are 2, 4, 5 of 7 in the second half from the free throw line. So it's 2 fulls and a 30 for BPC.
2 fulls for the West Prairie.
Horwittle to inbound, gives it to Conley. BPC can't take any time here. They've got to get shots off.
They're going to find Horwittle on the side.
Bittner. Taking too much time, in all honesty.
Circus shot.
Bittner gets it to fall, but that was not a good shot.
I mean, it worked, but that was a horrible shot in that situation.
First point since the second, and that's a travel.
You can't call a travel or a foul on that. They are hacking him. What is going on?
Oh, my gosh. Oh. Now they call it intentional?
This is the worst. I'm going to lose my mind sitting here. They had 3 full spins.
Bittner fouled out of the game.
They had 3 full spins of travel. They had fouls all over. Then they called the intentional.
Bittner gets the foul call and the intentional, and Bittner's fouled out. Clark's going to be shooting 2 on the intentional foul.
This is the first one.
No good.
Guys must have just came in from Dallas. 33 seconds remaining here.
I'm going to say that none of these officials are going to get a good rating from either coach.
No.
And technically, Clark should not have shot that free throw, and I bet they're talking about giving him another free throw.
Oh my gosh.
Nope, they're only going to give him one more. Second one. Oh, how was that not in?
That took
Holy smokes.
Lucky bounce for the Spartans.
Jensen Laughlin checks in for Clark as he missed them both. 33 seconds left, and it'd take a modern miracle for BPC to get a win here now.
And they're going to call a foul. Conley's
going to get a foul, his second. Double bonus coming for Dunn. Make the first one and make the second one. It's a 3-possession game, and it's
now Conley talking to the referee like that's going to fix anything.
Oh, missed the first. So that's the Spartans needed that to have a chance here. And an even better chance. Stone King is in the game. He got the rebound. You got to stop and pop a 3 here. Conley.
Take the shot.
It's off, no good. Rebound to Mackay West. Put it up and a foul. And that's the last thing the Cyclones needed is Mackay West. The only thing that would have been worse if Mackay West would have, and Laughlin's going to pick up the foul to be his first, team's fifth.
He would have made it.
It would have made it. Would have been the only thing that could have been worse for the Cyclones. And now Dunn and Conley getting a little talking to from the officiating crew. 2 free throws coming for Mackay West, and these are huge for the senior. First one is off the front of the rim, no good. West Prairie gets a full timeout. So with 20.4 seconds left, BPC really needed that to get it to a one-possession game. He can make the second one, but it's still 2 possessions. And with 20.4 seconds left, Kenny, really tough to get 2 possessions and a foul with 20.4 seconds left.
It is really tough. I think they can do it if they play their cards right. They have the right situation, put the right players into places where they can get shots off. And the thing they can't do is sit around and wait for their opportunity. If they get that ball, they gotta chuck it now. You're down to 20 seconds trying to get 2 shots. You know, maybe if you get a 3 in there trying to take the lead close, you've got to get the ball, pop it quick, under control, and hope.
And hope. A wing and a prayer, as they like to say. And that's pretty much where BPC is at right now, as they've got to have some things go their way.
We have some professional insight. One, Tyler Suter, who was an IHSA ref. Not high marks as well.
Here's West's free throws good, the second one. BPC's only scored 8 points here in this fourth quarter.
Ezra
Mason and Osman Perelku checking in for defense.
Fouls.
That was a travel. It definitely was, and now they can't foul. Don't shoot that.
Oh.
Osman would have almost been as well off to let him shoot that. But Jensen Laughlin, that's a position where you take that ball and you just back it out and run as much time off as you can. Jensen Laughlin is Perelku is going to pick up the foul, be his first. Jensen Laughlin shooting the double bonus now.
Laughlin, the young kid, still getting set into the game.
Yeah, he hasn't played a whole lot, and you want to get a bucket, and you maybe think you're shooting a dagger there, but and now here comes Hensley and West, and BPC is going to take a timeout, a full timeout. They'll have 2 left, a full and a 30. The Cyclones have 1 full timeout remaining. And Jensen Laughlin, who missed the front end of 2 on a double bonus, will have the second one after the timeout. And, Kenny, this free throw, I mean, it's a 2-possession game right now. Another free throw doesn't make it a 3-possession game, but another free throw means that I can have 2 layups tie the game and don't have to have a 3 mixed in there and 14.6 seconds left. Or it means that I can have a chance with that last second 3 or whatever to get a win, not a tie. So this is really a lot bigger free throw. Even though it doesn't extend it to another possession, it's a lot bigger free throw than you think.
It really is. They just need to take a breath, sink the shots that are needed. Jensen definitely is in a tough situation right now. You know, he is a junior, but he hasn't played sports much. This is the first real chance of full time he is getting. Beginning of the year, he had been playing a little bit on the fresh soft teams just to learn basketball, and he is in a tough spot now with all the pressure riding.
He is a great athlete, though, a really good kicker, and he kicked a couple key field goals for the West Prairie Southeastern football team, so he can handle pressure. There's not a lot of pressure here. I mean, it's not a big deal whether he makes it or misses it, but it's really beneficial if he does. And there's a lot of noise going on right now. He makes it.
Taking the ball out, hands to Sam.
Good job, and this is where I'm talking about. They could foul Conley for 3. It's in and out, no good. Sullivan with the rebound, and Conley is going to get him.
He's going to tackle him down to the ground.
Yeah, he did tackle him too. I don't know.
That was not on purpose.
No, he lost his balance and then had to then there's this leaning and couldn't do anything. So
Yeah.
See, that's BPC had to shoot quick, but
that off balance.
You didn't have to have a three. Conley could have set his feet and dribbled in, or So Bailey Sullivan's shooting 2 free throws here. Bailey has 26 points on the night and 2 free throws coming here. He is the player of the game for sure. That one's off, no good. I don't think they have a 4-point play, though, so it's actually BPC does have a timeout, so if they could score quick, they do at least have to take the ball in bounds. BPC's got a timeout, so he makes the second. Stone King, and he could have fouled, and that's not a bad foul. Not a bad foul, because that's only foul number 6. So now you can't foul again, but you wasted 2.2 seconds there, or 2.2 seconds there, and it's still needing 4 points or 5 points now. But so that's exactly what we were talking about. When you are down fouls, it becomes a benefit for you. Now West is going to have it. He'll put up the 3. It's off, no good. Conley's going to get the rebound, but that's how it'll end. 64-59. And a great game.
Great game played by both teams. Both teams played great overall. It came down towards the end where fouls really hurt the Spartans. However, really good team overall. We'll be here for the JoJo's Gaming Parlor post-game show. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans on to victory. We'll take a quick break and be back right after this on TSSR Game Time Live.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
And we are back for senior night. Kenny, if I can get you to hold this microphone. Anna Corsi, the first one.
She's been in Denver for 8 years, 4 in high school, 2 years in basketball as well. She's the daughter of Mark Corsi and Jerry Walters. Avery Eddington. She's been in Denver for 8 years, 4 in high school. She's the daughter of April Eddington and TJ Eddington. Emily Hickenbottom. She's been in cheerleading for 1 year, band for 8 years, 4 in high school, and 3 years of basketball. She's the daughter of Eric and Haley Hickenbottom. Keith Boyle. He's been in dance for 4 years. He's the son of Jenny Boyle and Heather and Jerry Hager. Olivia Raymond. She's been a cheerleader for 4 years and also the band for 4 years. She is the daughter of Eric and Lori Raymond. Katie Rutherford. She's been in band for 4 years, the daughter of Tom and Michelle Rutherford. Addison Cruzy. She's been a cheerleader for 4 years. She's the daughter of Jason and Kelly Cruzy. Brian Bittner. He's been in basketball for 4 years and band for 4 years. He is the son of Cliff and Julie Bittner. Grant Broad. He's been in basketball for 4 years. He is the son of Mark Braun and John and Sarah McLaren. Sam Hensley. He's been in basketball for 4 years. He is the son of Chad and Jan Hensley. Dalton Horwittle. He's been in basketball for 4 years. He is the son of David and Chris Horwittle. Makai West. He's been in basketball for 4 years. He's the son of Rachel and Randy Guppy and Nick West. Anna Curley. She's been in basketball for 4 years, plus in junior high and BTBA. She's the daughter of Dean Curley and Tessa Hobbs Curley. Ashanti Strange. She's been in basketball for 4 years and for band for 4 years. She's the daughter of Tashina Strange. Alyssa Zarillo. She's been in basketball for 4 years. She is the daughter of Paul and Kelly Zarillo. And Nadia Klaus. She played basketball for 1 year. She's the exchange student for Michael and Kirsten Klaus, host parents Dave and Deanna Eden. Also not here tonight, Hannah Eden. She's been in band for 4 years, also the daughter of Dave and Deanna Eden.
So all the seniors appear to be done. Got to get everybody cleared off the floor. But while we are, Kenny, you want to be able to talk to us, or are you going to?
For all your seniors for 2023.
Under the headset now here on the JoJo's Gaming Parlor postgame show, we have Coach Duncan. And, Coach, I'm going to stand up here so I can see you a little better, I guess. Good game. In some ways, I think that you were a little frustrated a few times, but we won't make you talk about that because I think we talked about that enough, if that makes you feel any better. But your kids hung in when it got down a little bit there in the third quarter, came back, and then played a really good fourth quarter.
Yeah, we did. It was our first game since December 29th at the Menden Unity Tournament, and I didn't really know what to expect. And we got down, we got down by 10 in the third, and I told the kids, I said, there's 11 minutes left to go in the game. I said, we just need one stop and one basket at a time. There's no 10-point shot, so just work hard on the defensive end, get stops, and you never know what's going to happen. And we did. Yeah,
I said that after that timeout, you guys kind of more played your game. You slowed things down a little bit. I thought when BPC opened up the lead, it was really haphazard basketball kind of, and that seemed to fit BPC a little more than it fit you guys. When you guys started running your set plays again and slowed things down a little bit, you really took control.
Yeah, we were very patient tonight, I thought. We settled for a couple long threes with Bailey knocking a couple of them down and coming up short on a couple. And we didn't settle as much as we normally have in the past, and I think it's kind of a sign of maybe we're, maturing and turning the corner, really. With 5 seniors, I expect us to be able to handle the ball and run the things and do our things right. When they took that 10-point lead, they pushed us out, like you said, and we got out of our game. And then when they went up 6, same thing. We take a bad shot and a turnover, and they get an and one, I think, back-to-back plays, and we don't rebound, and that hurts us.
So as a coach, obviously you were frustrated in the first quarter and a little bit again, I think, in the second quarter or the fourth quarter. As a coach, you expect the players to be able to set aside their frustrations and play basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do that as a coach too. So you were able to do that, it looked like, on several different occasions tonight. What's your mindset? What is it that allows you to say, okay, I got to stop being mad whether I'm right or wrong or indifferent and get back to what I need to be doing?
Well, coaches set the tone for your kids, obviously. And I always tell my kids, you don't say anything to the referees. I'll take care of it. I've got your back no matter what, whether it's right or wrong, and I think it's right or wrong. And a couple times I thought a couple obvious mistakes on the stripes didn't go our way. I let them have it and let them know, And then I told my assistant at halftime, I'm like, probably got to watch what I say here too much in the second half because I probably pushed my limit a little bit. And, it's part of the game. They make mistakes, we make mistakes, and we just have to, get on with it and play our basketball.
Really seemed like both teams responded well to that, though. It seemed like to me that sometimes teams have bad games. It just seemed like the officials had a bad game tonight. That group of officials didn't have a great game, but the kids didn't allow that to really take them out of what they need to do, either side. I thought the kids handled the situation pretty well.
Oh, absolutely. And when you come down to the stretch point here, we're 5 weeks from postseason, 6 weeks from postseason. They got to block that stuff out, and they have to be the bigger people, the bigger person, and say, okay, that was on me. They called it on me. Maybe it wasn't my foul. I got to just play on.
So you talked about you coming down the end of the season. I think both of these teams are better than they were when they saw each other the first game. You guys played a lot better than you did at the Menden tournament, I felt like, tonight. You have to feel like that maybe that 2 weeks of practice has got you guys pointed in the right direction, maybe?
I think so, and we actually didn't even get 2 weeks of practice.
Oh, yeah, you guys had some days off, too.
We had some days off, and then we were supposed to play Southeastern and Macomb last week, and we didn't get either one of those games in. We couldn't practice Friday or Saturday. We had practice yesterday in the morning, and it was kind of a rough one. And I'm like, I don't know what to expect coming over to Bushnell because they're always going to play us tough. It's a tough environment. It's a great gym. The rivalry going back to when they were co-oping with football and spring sports and stuff like that. Those kids know each other, and they play hard. And Coach Snyder's they are so much better than when they started, and they're building. And it's going to be an interesting regional over here come postseason time. I think Bushnell's hosting, and anybody on any given night looks like maybe able to win it depending on where Southeastern flows to. If they flow down south to Brown County regional and they stay away from here, Bushnell and West Prairie could be battling on a Friday night or whatever the new time schedule is now for a regional championship here.
That'd be fun. This place was pretty fun tonight. They let everybody in free tonight, and the gym was packed. We haven't got to see that for a few years here at Bushnell with this size of a crowd. That's fun, isn't it?
It's awesome. You know, I grew up, my dad refereed basketball for 30 years in Peoria, and I can remember when I was in 7th and 8th grade coming over here and thinking this gym was awesome, you know, the tunnel and the seats and a little bit of a bowl. And you know, the Bushnell crowd and the West Prairie crowd brought it tonight, and it energized the boys, and it was a great basketball game.
Well, Coach, thanks for talking to us. We'll get you off here, and then you get to watch a good girls game, hopefully.
All right. Thank you, guys.
We'll get Coach Schneider on the headset now if he wants to come over here. Get Coach Schneider under the headset as we're going to have a few seconds to take a break here, maybe in a minute. You good?
Yeah.
Coach, I'll tell you what, your kids played a lot better than they did maybe the last time or two that you saw West Prairie, but some things down the stretch cost you from getting a win there.
Yeah, you know, I was. Hold on, let me take this one. I was pretty impressed, you know, and I was pretty happy with our guys. We played hard, you know, and we got up big. And I told them, the guys, there's still a lot of game left. You know, in the third quarter, we went up 10, and then all of a sudden they start hitting shots and making a comeback, and they tie it and then take a lead. And you know, they're a good ball club. You know, and they got some really talented seniors that know how to handle the ball and handle the situation.
Well, and I think that was that right there was the key, is handling a situation. I think that there was issues that happened to both sides, sometimes at the same time, and it seemed like maybe West Prairie handled those situations a little better than BPC, and BPC was a couple players that I might have pointed out during the game that I thought, but I won't point them out now, seemed like they were worried about getting their shot instead of getting a team shot on a few occasions.
Yeah, that's kind of been an issue that we've had all year. We've been better here of late, and even in practice as far as moving the ball and getting that extra pass to find the open guy. But again, we had some open shots, and you know, some shots didn't fall, and you got to keep playing.
Horwittle continues to play pretty well for you, and I thought he played really well defensively for you tonight.
Yeah, he played well. He's kind of a complete player for us, handling the ball and getting us some baskets. Like you said, he's playing well for us right now. But again, in the first half, the guy he's guarding has 7 points, and you don't expect that from a guy who usually plays pretty good defense. So, but again, no, you can't take anything away from West Prairie. They're a good ball club.
Well, Coach Duncan was talking about the fact that you guys will probably end up being in the same regional. This is a game that people might see again for the third or fourth time this year, whatever it ends up being. I guess that'd be 4 times.
Yeah, that would be our 4th time.
I think both these teams are growing, but I think BPC has shown tonight that you guys are continuing to get better every night out, it seems like.
Yeah, and that's something that we talked about, you and I talked about last night, is everybody seems to be improving as the season goes along, and that's all you can ask for. So, we just got to keep putting in work and putting in the grind of practice.
Seemed like it was a pretty rough game at times, and fouls called and then not called. And it seemed like to me that maybe down the stretch, West Prairie responded to that just a little bit better than you guys did. I know that they probably had a few more things to complain about maybe than you guys did, but did you feel like that when it got a little rough, they responded a little bit better than you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to what we talked about earlier about handling the situation. They've been in the situation, they've handled it. So, again, we haven't been in that close game where it's tight, where every possession is going to have to count, and we can't force a bad shot or turn the ball over because they're going to come down and make a shot or make free throws or get to the foul line. And the other thing I tell the guys is we can't control stuff that's not in our control. We can't control the officials. Yeah, the fouls were 10-4 at one time, and I think it was even like 9-3 or 9-2. But again, that's something that we can't control. We have to figure out that we're not getting that call, so we need to
Well, some
make
of
that
those
adjustment.
some of those fouls in that first 7 or so were silly fouls too.
Right.
And that were earned. Some of them maybe weren't earned in comparison to what wasn't called, but some of them were. And that's kind of where I thought the wheels started to fall off a little bit, was when those fouls that were earned and then they didn't think they were earned was what kind of hurt you guys down the stretch.
Right. Again, stuff that we can't control. If they call it, we can't. We have to make the adjustment and not play like that. So.
Well, a girls' game coming up here, and I know that these two teams played fresh soft, and it looks like a whole lot of the West Prairie girls are the same fresh soft girls. So
Yeah, kind of looks like that from last night.
Yeah. So, what is free admission tonight? Gym was as packed as it's been since COVID started.
Yeah, it's
had to be good for you guys, wasn't it?
Great atmosphere. Student section was great. Again, West Prairie, they bring a good crowd. So when you have an opponent, a rival, I guess you would call it, that's close, and they travel well. Like you said, this is a happening place tonight. So it was great for our boys, and it's going to be great for the girls.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you again maybe next week sometime. I don't even know when your next home game is. I've lost track.
Next Tuesday, a week from today, we play Macomb at home.
So we'll see you next Tuesday.
All right, we'll see you.
Coach Snyder talking to us on the post-game show, the JoJo's Gaming Parlor post-game show. And I don't know if I even went through stats. I'm going to do it real quick. Actually, let's quit this. We're going to get off this stream, go to our next stream, and we'll be back with the girls' game in about 2 minutes on our other stream. So thanks for joining us here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.